there is one company named Zero Ball Company Limited. It was a new company that was started in the Himalayan regions. So, a question, why they started their company in Himalayan regions? Because generally these are zones where they give subsidies for loans. This company got huge subsidies, so they happened to start their company there. And also they had a contract when they started the company, that is when they took the loan, that they have to sell their products. 50% of their sales has to be done in the region where the business is located, like how we have this SEZs, where all the business should be done only on exports. So, here they started their factory in the Himalayan region, where there were lot of monasteries around. After starting that, they are realizing this, they have to sell to a crowd who do not have hairs in their head, all the monks. So, how this challenge could have been faced? Come out with ideas. In that meantime, let us also talk about the ideas that the company's salespeople generated. They thought well and then came out with an idea to approach the monks and tell them that though you do not have hairs in your head, you can't use the comb, but this comb can be used to scratch your back. Of course, this was received well and sales happened. While the challenge was scratching the back, when you are stretching back, hand getting painful is only for the old age people. Younger generation can easily stretch their hands to the back and scratch. So, sales was not so great. They sold about 1000 combs per month. So, that was not enough for a company which is predominantly manufacturing combs, right. So, again they worked on some ideas, then they observed what is happening around. People who come to visit the monks and the lamas in the monasteries to take blessings and take advice on the life that they have to lead, happy life to lead. They were taking bath in the nearby stream, getting dressed up and then coming to the monastery. So, this gave them an opportunity. Let us put a shop near the monastery, so that they can buy combs and go in, comb their hair well and then go inside. This kind of clicked very well. From 1000 combs, the sales went up to 5000 combs, 5 times, while still the number was not great for a company which is predominantly manufacturing combs. So, company's salespeople lost out of ideas. They hired somebody from outside, a sales trainer, a sales coach, to give them ideas on what can they do next. So, this sales trainer, who was a smart guy, came to the company, looked at the surroundings, what all happening here. There are a lot of monks in the monasteries and there are people who are coming to meet these monks and take blessings, while all these people are coming again and again. That is because whatever these their gurujis or monks are telling them, they are not following regularly, probably they are forgetting it. So, he came out with an idea, why not put all the blessings or the advices these monks tell to their devotees on the comb, print it on the comb and give it as gift to them. So, this idea they went and spoke to the monks in the monasteries. Not all of them agreed in the first, but a few of them who were smaller level monks, they agreed and they started implementing this idea. Those who were outside the monastery, they started giving combs as gift to their devotees who came and visited them. Soon it became slightly popular and more people were going to visit these smaller monks. Then the priests in the monasteries got hold of it and they started also giving. Once bigger level it started going up, most of these people who were visiting the monasteries were foreigners, right. They started expecting the same kind of gifts from their monks in their countries also. So, this picture here, it is in Thailand, where again monks are giving gifts to their devotees, and as it spread, not only Buddhism, even other temples also got to know about this and it started spreading. Like in this picture, it shows a Hanuman temple where they are giving gifts. So, that way it became very popular and sales went up from 5000 combs to 5 lakh combs. So, what is the moral of this story? How is it going to be related to investment? So, what I thought was the 1000 comb sale, that is when is scratching the back, that was when mutual funds were introduced in India. That was in early 90s. I know Morgan Stanley and Franklin was the first funds to come into India. At the time, none of them had beliefs about the markets. So, only ultra HNIs, like topmost rich people in our country, put some money into the mutual funds. Then that started growing. By the time these pilgrims, when they visited the devotees, was pre Lehman Brothers time. That's when slowly the higher income people started noticing this high net worth individuals have invested into mutual funds and that's giving them good returns. They started putting money into it. Now, post COVID, we all know that I think in the last year alone, we had around 4.8 crore demat accounts opened in our country. Mutual funds, today all the middle class started investing into mutual funds. Going forward, mutual funds will become a product for everyone in our country. So, in your investments also think about having mutual funds because it should be part of your investment asset rather than investing into FDs. When I talk about FDs, I remember one story that Rajinikanth had spoken about Cho Ramasamy. Actually, this thought was given to him by Cho Ramasamy when he was alive. This was a very useful thought, so I thought I will share it here. Of course, he didn't say in the context of FDs. I somehow related it. I hope it will be useful. So, this was one old man who was having cough regularly, and when he is taken to the doctors and doctors give him medicine and ask him to, and this guy is more fond of having curd. So, he will not leave having curd at any given point of time. When he is given medications and doctors say that he has to stop having curd, he will not agree for it. So, one day this guy had more cough again and their family took him to the doctor. So, he went there and he told the doctor, say, you give me whatever medicine, but don't ask me to stop curd. I will not do it. So, this doctor told, no, I am not asking to stop curd. In fact, I am telling you, you have curd, that is good for you. So, this guy was surprised. How come? Tell me what is the advantages that you are saying. First thing, there will not be any robbery in your house. Thieves will not enter your house. Why? Because you will be always coughing. So, when an outsider comes inside and somebody is coughing inside, they know, okay, somebody is awake and I cannot go inside. So, no theft in your house. That much you are safe. Oh, this guy got very happy. Next, dogs. Our area is infested with lot of dogs. When you go in the road, no dogs will come closer to you. Oh, why is that? Already you are weak, you are walking holding a stick. So, dogs will feel that this guy is no use, why should I go behind him, and they will see their work. Got little frustrated. The third one, that is more interesting. He said, what is it? You will not get old at all. That was very interesting, right? He immediately became curious. How come? Tell me. Before that you will die, you will never come to the old age at all. You can have curd anytime, no problem. So, this guy said, he got frustrated, no, I will stop curd. Like that, FDs also, today returns on FDs is around 5%. After taxes, it gives around 3.5%. Current inflation rate is somewhere around 4.5%. Say suppose somebody is earning only through FDs. When I say FD is not good, people will get angry because for them, most of the people think that FD is God sent. But actually what happens is, if suppose somebody is having 1 lakh per month as his expenses, I am just taking approximate numbers, and he is meeting all his expenses only through interest income from FDs. Okay. If today he is able to support that 1 lakh through his income, 3 years, 4 years down the line, because of inflation, that expense what was 1 lakh, same kind of standard of living will come at say 1.25 lakhs, whereas the income that he gets from FDs will be somewhere around 1.1, 1.12 something, the 13,000 rupees shortfall, which is about 10%. So, let us say that he is compromising 10% of his lifestyle and continues to live with the FD income itself. 5 years passed, what will happen? This what was 1 lakh expenses will now become 2 lakhs or maybe at least 1.5 lakhs, right. Our inflation generally is around 5 to 7%. If it is 5 to 7%, obviously today what is 1 lakh, 5 years down the line will be 1.5 lakhs. So, then FD income will be somewhere around 1.2, 1.25. So, you have to compromise 15 to 20%. How much you will keep compromising? At that time it will become frustration. Then people will say, our government is not good, they are not giving us income, we cannot live with this income what we are getting. The mistake that is done is, we are not putting our money to the best use. Here is what mutual funds come to picture. Mutual funds generally give 2.5 times returns than what FDs give any given period. When FDs were at 6%, we had mutual funds average returns at 15%. Now, FDs are 5%, you can easily expect to have 12.5% returns from flexi cap investment mutual funds. Okay. I don't say that you move away fully from FD, because that security will not be there, that comfort will not be there. Keep 80% of your money. Out of 100 rupees of your investment, keep 80 in mutual funds, FDs, and put only 20% into mutual funds. That way, your 5% overall return will increase to 6.5%. After taxes also, you will have around 5% with you. With inflation at 4.5, you are making 5%. You will be somehow able to manage it. Always this is traveling with inflation. So, you will always have some surplus against whatever spend you are going to have. That way, today mutual funds have become a most important necessity for everybody's investments. Have some small portion of mutual funds in your portfolio too. There are today products in mutual funds. We need not go to FDs and mutual funds separately. There are products in mutual funds which have this kind of combination, 20 to 30% equities and balance in debt. They are giving around 8 to 9% returns, or maybe 7 to 8% returns. After taxes, it will give higher returns than what we can get from FDs. I am not criticizing FDs here. I just gave a thought about how mutual funds are a need for everybody's life today, at least in our country. Thank you.